Okay, let's talk a little more about the 5 paragraph essay as you're getting ready to write, or maybe at this point you're still writing, but I just want to go over a couple more things to make your essay the best it can. So here's a little guide I've put in your content under week 2, notes and instruction. It just says example essay, and this is a paragraph, the 5 paragraph essay guide. So remember, in your introduction, you're going to use a hook or an attention getter sentence, a shocking statistic. You're going to give 2 to 3 background sentences about your general theme and topic, and then your thesis statement. Remember, your claim and your 3 reasons. I love macaroni and cheese because it's really cheesy, it's really noodly, and it tastes awesome. Okay, something as silly as that. I can give you a thesis sentence. Your first paragraph, you're going to tie it right back to that thesis sentence. You're going to give me a topic sentence about the first claim. What was my, I'm not the first claim, my first reason. My first reason was that it was really cheesy. Maybe that is a really cheesy example too. Pun intended right there. And I'm going to give examples and explain that. How is it cheesy? Why is it cheesy? What makes it cheesy? You know, to be honest, the Velveeta kind is cheesier than the Kraft kind. I might talk a little bit about that. That needs to be at least 3 sentences. And then at the end of that, I'm going to do a concluding sentence, write a concluding sentence, wrapping that all up. You're going to do that for paragraphs 1, the body paragraphs 1, 2, and 3. The same formula. So why do I keep telling you all this? I mean, I've said it in a PowerPoint. I've written it out. Now I'm coming back to tell you again. Why am I telling you this? Because the main objective is for you to write well in this class, right? So after you write all that, you're going to end it with a conclusion, restating the thesis statement, and 2 to 3 reflection sentences. I'm taking you right back to this because I want you to get it. I want you to get it in your head. I want you to hear it when you fall asleep. When you open your notebook to write, or you open your Word document to write, I want you to hear these things reverberating in your head. Thesis, topic, detail, intro, conclusion. I want all these things to kind of start synthesizing in your mind to where this becomes second nature. Because once you get the format, then we can work on your grammar, your punctuation. For some, you'll use sensory language. For some, you're going to use quotations. For some, you're going to research and provide you're going to provide a bibliography or a reference list, and you're going to annotate it within the essay. So let's get the format down this week. Let's start thinking about how this all lays out. So the other part I wanted to show you is how I'm going to grade your essay. So this is what I'm looking for. First time, the first essay that you're going to write, I'll be a little bit more relaxed on grading because you're learning and I'm learning what kind of writer you are, and I want to give you every benefit. Remember, I'm here for you to succeed. If you don't succeed, that doesn't make me feel good, right? I'm not excited when you fail. I know there are people in the world that are like that. I'm not that person. I want you to succeed. So the first thing I'm looking at are there a minimum of 5 paragraphs, okay? When you're writing a 5-paragraph essay, obviously you need, yes, let me hear you say it, 5 paragraphs. Does each paragraph have at least 5 sentences? Remember, I've told you you need at least 5 sentences to make a good paragraph because you can't get it all in one sentence. That'd be a really long sentence. And then I have seen students that forget punctuation and it all meshes together in one big sentence. Well, that doesn't work. We've got to use good grammar, good punctuation, and so it needs to be 5 sentences. Is there an introductory paragraph? The first thing off the bat, we know we start with an introductory paragraph. Does it start with a good hook? Am I interested? That's what the hook is. Hook me in, bring me in, excite me. Have you written a clear thesis statement? Okay. At the end of every good introductory paragraph is your thesis statement. Does your thesis statement list the 3 thesis details. Remember, you're going to make a claim and give me 3 reasons why. Is the thesis statement the last sentence in the introductory paragraph? Are there 3 body paragraphs? Is there a clear topic sentence in each paragraph? Now, where are we getting our topic sentences? Yes, you're right. Right there at our thesis statement. They're going to align with the 3 details. The first one, the first detail paragraph will align with the first detail in the thesis statement, right? And so on. The second one to the second detail paragraph, the third to the third detail paragraph. In the conclusion paragraph, is there a restated thesis statement? You're just going to say it in a different way. You can get creative with that, right? There's no like specific thing I want to see there, except that I can tell you know what you were talking about. So right there, as you can see, 60 points. Bam. That's almost passing just if you get the structure right. 60 points. Grammar. Are you writing out contracted words? Are you using apostrophes and fragments correctly? Obviously, you can't use a fragment. Verb tense shifts. So when we're writing an academic paper, everything needs to be past tense. Get rid of second person pronouns. You, your, yourself. And then are you using the correct spelling and capitalization? Okay, let me give you a great hint, a great tip. And I tell students this all the time. You'll hear me say it again and again and again. Maybe again even after that. So when you're writing, you're going to get your structure. You're going to get your content. After you've written it, it's going to look like a masterpiece to you. You're going to think, man, I rocked it. I'm getting 100 on this one, right? But when you have written it, sometimes you miss out on some of these grammar points. There are a lot of resources out there to help you. Microsoft Word has a way to check your spelling, right? Grammarly.com. If you've never used it, go find it. Don't buy it. Just find it. Use Grammarly.com. You'll upload or you'll copy and paste your paper in there, and then it'll go through and it'll tell you all the things that are wrong. You'll fix them. Then you'll resubmit it maybe there. I always do. I always give it a second go, and then you'll turn it in. And what that does is it pulls out some of those mistakes you've made, shows you where they are, and lets you fix them. Let me be honest with you. I've just finished my master's in English. I've also got a master's in psychology and a master's in education. Every paper I wrote went through Grammarly. Every one. And why is that? Because I want to give my very best. And it's a quick way to do so. Sorry about my dogs. I'm sure there's a rabbit outside that they have to chase. MLA. So we've talked a little bit about the MLA format. This is a quick 15 points you can get yourself. Make sure you have your headers. Make sure your title is centered correctly. Indent the first sentence of each paragraph. Use the right font. You guys know how to copy it, select it all, and get the right font and size. Make sure to double space. And your essay needs to be at least 500 words. Again, you're probably thinking, what is it with this lady and 5 sentences and 500 words? Why does it have to be like that? And I want you to think about that question yourself. Why does it have to be like that? Like, is that Melissa's arbitrary rule to make students miserable? Absolutely not. No, that's not from me to make you miserable. That's so you can get all the words, all the information in there to make a great essay. So next week, you're going to submit your essay. You got a whole nother week. We're going to start next week by putting it out on the discussion board, letting your peers review it and give you some tips. And then at the end of next week, you will submit it. But do yourself a favor, read through this rubric when you are writing. Make sure you've addressed all these specific points and do your very best to get the best, the grade that you want to get. Hey, I'm rooting for you guys. If you need anything, you know where to get me. Email, text, or phone.